What's up, everyone? Welcome back to another review compilation. This time is going to be for the Netflix or Disney Plus series Jessica Jones. Now, keep in mind, I only reviewed the first two seasons of the show when it came out. The first season I reviewed in 2015, and the second season I reviewed in 2018. And I never really got the full chance to talk about the final season because by the time I got started talking about the final season, they started canceling it, just like they canceled the other Disney Plus shows. So it has taken a while for me to actually sit down and get to talk about it. I have seen it. It's just now that it's finally time and I'm doing this compilation series, I can finally give my thoughts on Jessica Jones season 3. So that being said, I hope you enjoyed the review compilation. It's going to be edited in the same style as the Daredevil one. So I hope you guys enjoy. I hope you have fun. And with that being said, stay epitastic. I'll see you guys in the next one.
He's coming for me.
Let's start now.
No!
Jessica, I'm the only one who matches you. But we're inevitable.
Oh my god. God didn't do this. The devil did. And I'm gonna find him.
Come on, Jessica. Come play the hero with me.
Jones is a Marvel Cinematic Universe TV show that was created by Twilight scriptwriter Melissa Rosenberg and stars, of course, Krysten Ritter as Jessica Jones. And this show chronicles the life of one of the darker Marvel characters, the mysterious Jessica Jones. So when a tragedy puts an end to a short-lived career as a superhero, Jessica settles in New York City and opens her own detective agency called Alias Investigations, which seems to be called into cases involving people who have special abilities. Suffering from post-traumatic stress syndrome, Jessica wants to do good, but her primary interest isn't in saving the world, it's saving her apartment and getting through each day. Based on a graphic novel intended for adults, this is not a superhero story for the kids. This is hardcore TVMA. Jessica Jones is, and I like the show. All the acting, I love Krysten Ritter's performance. She is fantastic. She's very, very cool. I like her. And I love all the acting. You also got Mike Coulter. Yes, Luke Cage himself is in this show, and I like the relationship that him and Jessica has. And you also got Rachel Taylor, Will Travel, Aaron Moriarty, Edgar Darville, Carrie-Anne Moss, David Tennant. All the acting in here is good. I like the acting on this show. The action is amazing. This is set in the MCU, sharing continuity with the films that are TV shows. And it's all. I like the cinematography. It takes inspiration from Noir, and this movie does good showing darker topics as post-traumatic stress disorder and assaults. I like the tone of this show. So yeah, I like the acting on this show is fun, it's cool. And so yeah, Jessica Jones is a great show. Love all the acting here. I like the design, the costume design and production design of this show is great. It's set in New York City. They actually shot here. I love the visual effects here. I love the score. And you got some cool tie-ins to the Marvel Cinematic Universe. So that's cool. And so all of this is awesome. All of the music is good. All the acting on here is great. And this is one of Marvel's strongest TV franchises to date since Daredevil. So, wow. I'm giving Jessica Jones my JDRSA. Let me know what you guys think of Jessica Jones, the show, down below. Do you like it? Do you hate it? I shall see you guys later.
Decision. 1. Keep denying it. Or 2. Do something about it. We belong way down below.
I don't know how you handle it. It's called whiskey.
Bitch.
Call me a bitch again.
Jessica Jones. You are a hard-drinking, short-fused mess of a woman.
Anything to add, Miss Jones?
Yeah, I always deal with threats head on, meaning I punch them in the head until they're unconscious. We belong way down.
Alright, so season 2 of Jessica Jones has came to Netflix. I don't have Netflix, but I was able to watch this. So, let's talk about it. Jessica Jones season 2. I'm going to keep this as spoiler free as possible. This is going to be a short one because I don't want to give away everything. But the show is created by Melissa Rosenberg and is directed by female directors, all of these episodes. And this one takes place after the events of the Defenders, and New York City private investigator Jessica Jones is beginning to put her life back together after murdering her tormentor, the Killgrave. Now known throughout the city as a superpowered killer, a new case makes her reluctantly confront who she really is while digging deeper into her past to explore the reason why. I'm not going to ruin anything, but all I will say is that when you see why she is the way she is, it's a good twist and it's good writing. Jessica Jones season 2. I love the first season of Jessica Jones, and I love seeing Krysten Ritter in Defenders. So I was excited when they announced season 2. I wanted to see more, and I have to say, this season delivered. It delivered. Krysten Ritter is awesome. She is fantastic, and she's a gorgeous Raven babe as always. I love seeing her performance as Jessica Jones. I like seeing Krysten Ritter in something in general. You also have other actors, and the other actors are really good. You have Rachel Taylor, Erica Darville, J.R. Ramirez, Leah Gibson, Carrie-Anne Moss, Janet McTeer. There's a little thing with Carrie-Anne Moss scared her, but I won't say what it is. All these episodes are great. My favorite episode is episode 7. That was, and then as you watch this show, all of the stuff starts to, all of the stuff that you heard about her past gets unraveled, and I really like that. I think that's really great. The characterization is strong. I think each female director who directed the show, they each bring their own difference, their own interpretation of it. Really, there, and it's there, and it's. I think it does a great job for the show, and the creators, they knew exactly what they're doing, and they know exactly what is they're playing with. And the main standouts are Krysten Ritter, Carrie-Anne Moss, and the everyone's a standout here. The action is there for it. It does not hold back. Still TVMA, Netflix, Marvel. All of the awesomeness here is just really cool, and I really enjoy it. So I have to say that Jessica Jones season 2, my only 2 complaints is that I feel like some of the pacing in a few of these episodes is a little slow, and some of the writing is not as strong as season 2, and it does lack a villain. But I have to say, Jessica Jones is still awesome in season 2. She's awesome. I can't wait for season 3. I gotta give this show the highest recommendation. I'm giving Jessica Jones better than Vampire Academy. Definitely watch this. Let me know what you guys think about this season of Jessica Jones down below. Do you like it? Do you not like it? This is Future Filmmaker 39480 signing out, and you guys keep it cool. And so now we conclude this with the 3rd and final season, and I can finally give my thoughts on it. Of course, this was the 3rd and final season of the Netflix series, and now it's on Disney Plus. So basically, the premise here is that Jessica crosses paths with a highly intelligent psychopath, and so she and her sister Trish must repair their fractured relationship and team up to take them down. But a devastating loss reveals their conflict of ideas of heroism and sets them on a collision course that will change both of them forever. So that's what we're dealing with here in this final season, and I'll say this final season was pretty solid. It was a pretty solid ending to the series. The writing, of course, is still very strong as well. It still has that neat film noir type feel for the final season here, because it does feel like that there's a lot more at stake here. Of course, you're having Jessica Jones crossing paths with a psychopath who is extremely intelligent and highly dangerous. You have Krysten Ritter and Jessica and Trish, of course, having not see eye to eye on a lot of things. Which this was the most interesting part of this season, because you're seeing the battle of wills and a battle of conflict, who has different sides of heroism, and that's the stuff I was really enjoying most when it comes to it. And it is entertaining, of course, to watch. It's a lot of fun to see how this plays out, and you see the dangers of what this is causing, and the way it's written and the way it's directed is pretty competent in terms of what you're playing on here. You're also seeing how this tension and conflict is messing with both of their sides, and it does go in a very interesting direction, and not only that, it does take it in a very heartbreaking way in terms of what we're dealing with here. It takes it into a very emotional, devastating way here, which is a very devastating to watch and very hard to come by in terms of what we're seeing here. I will say of these seasons, this is the weakest one for me, but at the same time, I think this is a very strong season because neither of these seasons are pretty bad. Each one is just as good as the next one, and you can tell that Melissa Rosenberg, who's the showrunner, and Krysten Ritter and the creators were all on the same page. And that's what I really like about it. Is still violence for a TVMA show, so that's the one thing I do like they kept in check. I also really like the fact that you still have everyone involved on the writing team and the direction team. But Kristen Ritter, man, like I said, she is a gorgeous Raven babe. That's obviously something that should not be discriminated in. And she's good in this role. Like I said, I do hope when it comes to the original showrunners such, I really do hope they bring her back on Disney Plus because I think we're not done with this character just yet. I also will say Rachel Taylor is still good as Trish. Eka Darville, Benjamin Walker is pretty good. Sarita Chaudhuri is good. Jeremy Bobb, Carrie Ann Moss, Rebecca De Mornay. But the villain here he's pretty interesting, Malcolm Dukas. But at the same time, you can tell that he is extremely dangerous here. The action is still brutal. I still love the action and how the action plays out in terms of what we're dealing with. The technical aspects in terms of editing, cinematography, score, and as far as shooting things on location is still great. You still have that awesome title sequence I really like so much. And by the end of this season, despite a few issues with some writing and despite some moments wanting more time when it comes to it, I will say for what we got in this, they did do the best job they can in terms of it. They didn't know that they were getting canceled, which that was crazy. But overall, I will say, in terms of the final season, it's a very strong conclusion, despite it being the weakest one. A few issues aside, but overall, it's still a very strong season that had a lot to say. And I'm gonna go ahead and give the season a better than Vampire Academy. I know it's not the usual editing here to be fancy with it, but here, like I said, this is an entertaining one. And well, that's gonna do it for my thoughts on the complete Jessica Jones reviews. I finally got to review season 3 in the can after all these years, which I'm so sorry. I was supposed to do it in 2019, but I just didn't end up doing it for some reason. And also, I was more focused on other 2019 stuff at the time. So obviously, I will say that's a pretty. But for this, like I said, I hope Disney Plus does call Jessica Jones up and say, "Would you like to come back?" Since we have Daredevil back and we have the Punisher back, you would think we get Krysten Ritter and Micah Coulter back in their roles. Iron Fist, you can do whatever you want with it. Just if it was me, just recast Iron Fist and start over. Because those first two seasons, the second season was a little better, but the first season is not very good at all. So overall, that's gonna do it for this video. I hope you guys enjoy it. Stay Epictastic and you guys keep it cool. All my social media links are in the description box down below, and bye bye. Well, that's going to do it for the video that you just watched. If you want to see more, my channel icon is up here. If you want to see more content from me, all my social medias are right here in this end card. I will also leave a playlist and a video here for you to see what the channel is about. As always, acknowledge me, stay Epictastic, join the Epictasticness, and you guys keep it cool.